As we ring in a new year, we have a very tough question to ask right out the gate. Is Riders Republic still worth playing in 2023? Stick around as we recap year one of the game, feature the first community videos of the new year, and run through the latest news from the Ridge. Welcome back to the Riders Report.
Before we get started today, we want to recognize our existing YouTube members. A special thank you goes out to executive producers Bone Crusher 2D, Coach 34, and my mom, and our fans and Fans Plus.
If you'd like to become a member for as low as 99 cents a month and help support our channel, you can hit join below to learn more about perks like early access to the Riders Report, emojis and badges, a members only video per month, sneak peeks, and more.
We are now in the thick of Season 5 of Riders Republic named Winter Wonderland, so if you've missed that, we have covered what released in Season 5 in a previous video. There are new events, exciting collaborations, including one that just dropped. There is a product collab in the game now, so there's even more gear that you can get, and they'll be having some more collabs throughout the season. And if you missed our most important video to date, 2 weeks ago, Nick and I dropped a music video where we came up with our own lyrics and did a cover of Stocking Full of Joy from the game, from Winter Bash Radio, but we did our version. All I Want for Christmas is a basic replay mode. We rewrote the entire song, sang along, and even performed and played some instruments in it, so please go watch that video. It seemed like it was received very well from people in the community and even from people at Ubisoft.
Surprising.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be angry. We just wanted to, start a joke and then ran with it. So if you want to see more of those, just let us know and make sure to check out the video.
But yeah, so talking about those new collaborations in the game, I mean, one of them that we didn't even mention in news, the North Face finally dropped on December 20th, so right before Christmas there. But it's gorgeous. I don't know if you have seen these North Face onesie outfits, snowsuits yet, but for me, right out the bat, we're obviously going to discuss it here, but it feels like the game is still on a good trajectory to continue its improvement.
Yeah, I mean, we got a few collaborations now in North Face, Prada, and Burton coming recently, and the outfits are very nice. And then we also got, BMX right at the very end of year one, and that improved on a lot of things where we got a whole new bike, we got grinds on the bike, manuals and wheelies. So they put some good work into kind of the end of the season and the beginning of the second year of Riders Republic. So I'm excited to see what they have planned for the future, but who knows yet?
Yeah, and I don't want to get too in the weeds of a year one recap because we have plenty of videos that have recapped the end of year one and everything that came along with that. But just broad strokes here, trying to answer the question, is it still worth it? Your buddy has a gift card from the holidays left over, and should I get Riders Republic? To me, I would say yes. And of course, this is going to be a game where you're either really into this style, this idea, or you're not. So, the style of the game is very divisive, but if it's someone who wants to play an adventure game like this to challenge up weekly challenges, always something new to kind of bring you back. I still feel like it is worth that. They're still offering plenty on the weekly basis for casual gamers. Now, if someone is hardcore into the game looking for an esports, competitive kind of vibe, I don't know if we're there yet. But for the average consumer, I would say, yeah, 100%.
It's definitely worth it if you haven't played it before and you like the action sports. Even when it came out, I put so much time into doing all the challenges and doing all the different sports, like trying everything. And I remember thinking that the map design was just awesome. The races were great. The multi-sport races were incredible. We just raced one, the Ford one today. That one's still super fun. And at the beginning, there weren't as many features. We didn't have leaderboards where you could kind of keep track of time. The manuals, the wheelies. There was a lot of stuff missing back then that people got upset about. And I think if we were all jumping in now, it it'd be a much better foundation. But if you haven't played it, there is a ton to explore. Once you've finished all of it, a little bit trickier. I mean, we go back occasionally, but not as much because there's not as much for people to return to. But if you haven't played it yet, I think 100% it is worth it.
Yeah, that aspect, like you said, the replayability is really up to the user. It's not something right now. There's no feature in this game that I keep saying it of like a Fall Guys or a Fortnite kind of returning element. There's nothing that leaves you with a cliffhanger like, oh, I got to go back and do that again. I have to do that again, have to do that again. You're playing a racing game. You need to get your best line. You're constantly going back. You're playing a Fall Guys or a mass race where you don't hit top 10, you're eliminated. You want to go back. There is a pull, something drawing you back into the game. And right now, I don't feel like that is visible in Riders Republic. You're going to come in, do what you had in mind, whether that's explore, challenge hunt, or just, build up your own stats. And then you're going to leave whenever you're done. So, yeah, but like you said, for someone who is just sitting down now to play it, I would be interested to hear from someone who got the game as a holiday gift, whether it was given to them by a friend or they decided to buy it, out the bat, and what they think about it post year one. They have leaderboards. They have a brand new updated shop. The UI is a little cleaner. The multiplayer facets are a lot smoother. What are those players thinking that are less than a month into this game? Hard to kind of ask that demographic what they think because they're not here right now, but you know what I mean. That's a fun thought process.
And I'm really interested to see where they go from here now that they've added a couple more sports, and BMX was probably the biggest one that was missing from when they did surveys and asked what sports people want. Outside of motorsports, I think would be the next big path that they could do, either motorsports or skateboarding. I think would be the next sport that we get with like a career path and with changes to the map for things for you to do with those sports. So I think those kind of would be the next two.
Monster truck.
Ooh,
Monster truck.
That's would be
the third route that they could take.
An incredible funky for this game to just rip around.
Feld Entertainment and Ubisoft present Monster Jam and Riders Republic.
It's going to be ATVs, dirt bikes, and side-by-sides and monster trucks for just one heck of a season when it drops.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's just the petrol heads. That would be so funny. But yeah, you're right. It is time. That really feels like the next big thing that they could do with the game. But we did. Like, I feel happy at the end of year one. Like, they've listened to everybody. They've done as much as they could with the time and the resources that they have. And we even heard when we talked to Arnaud that the issues that are still persistent in the game and the features that are still lacking are being discussed, and there are plans in motion. Now, they might not be overnight plans. We might not get it in, season 6, the upcoming season, but it is there. It's on the table. They understand where we are. They know the direction that the community is asking for. It's just a matter of figuring out the logistics to make that work. So, the communication has not been the best I have ever seen. It's not been the most transparent, but it hasn't been deaf. Like, they have let us know, given us plenty of time, plenty of heads up and communication on what is working, what is not, and what is different with these new patches. So I've been pretty happy with it, and I still trust them.
Yeah, and one of the big takeaways from talking with him too was that they like the idea of giving the creation to the players so that they can create better challenges, create videos if it's a replay editor, and giving them tools to create things that then other riders can do. And something better than the creation tools we have right now, because I don't touch any user challenges because you're just picking a section of the map. But if it went in the future where you could place objects or, like we talked about the GTA race editor where you can build objects, I think that then brings everyone back. People like us who really like action sports but have done all the challenges and just don't have anything right now to bring us back. If there was a ton of really good user created content and ways for us to capture that, a bunch of people will be coming back, and then a bunch of people will be jumping in because it still is a great foundation.
Right. Yeah. Do what Steep did in the later years and rely, lean on your community. And you know, the folks that are playing this game every single day are going to be the ones that have the new ideas, the fresh content, the fresh things to throw into this game. So give them all of the tools, give them a sandbox mode where they are able to create and really push this game to the limits, not only to make their stuff look good, but to make this game look better than it could ever look as well. Like, could you imagine if Ian Hawk BMX could like build his own line of something custom that he knows, you know, that only he can do. Hey, go and try Ian's thing. No one else can hit it the way, because it came from his head. It's his baby. Yeah, I really think that, and well, I hope that year 2 is the year of content creation, community creation, and just freedom for the riders to truly build, ride, and capture whatever they want in this game. That is a huge lift. That is a massive ask, but I do see that being the next step in progression. You know, we got BMX, we got all of the heavy hitters. Of course, we're going to get new sports down the line. Of course, we're going to get new funkies and new disciplines. But I don't think that's going to carry the game through all of year 2. Something fundamentally needs to change with how the community interacts with this game.
I don't even know where to go from there. You just hit it so perfectly.
Sorry. Yeah, I just kept going. Okay, so last notes and we will move on. Mitch, is it worth it in 2023 to get and start playing Riders Republic?
Yes.
There it is. Let's get it, and we'll see Ian's on the slopes. But not yet. That's not the closing. Like, we will physically see you in the game. It's time for community content over in the Riders Roundup. Let's get after it. Starting off the Riders Roundup in 2023, none other than, we just mentioned him, Ian Hawk BMX, RIP BMX Rail Rides.
And this, for the first trick, well, not the first trick, I think it's in a few tricks, where he goes up onto the shipping crate and then spins. I don't know. I don't know how he did that, but plants the bike on it and then rotates 360 and comes off is just stupid.
You're telling me you don't want this guy to build a like Pastrana Land, Dreamland for BMX trick riding?
It'll just be Ian Land.
And I would be there every single day. I would have a season pass. Moving on to Cosmic here with another Riders Republic montage. This one titled Heat.
Yes, and again, this is a lot of BMX. It's everyone's favorite. I mean, they just killed it with adding the sport. Yeah. So if we get skateboarding and other stuff, it'll be ridiculous. And there's just so many sports now that you can make some really cool edits.
Yeah, there is so much to do. And, you know, we knew that this was coming. This was no surprise that BMX was going to garner the attention that it is getting. But yeah, finally seeing the riders able to use and abuse this sport has been phenomenal. I mean, just Cosmic riding up the side of the Jumbotron as it's playing one of those brand new videos from the Season 5 update. You got to love it. I just always say, you know, I don't know what they can do next, but they always figure something out, don't they?
Yeah, and now at this point, he's switching to multiple sports. He's using the snow skate to grind rails, going back and forth to the wingsuit to navigate Bear Park.
Yeah, it is hardcore. Go check out both of those riders, Ian Hawk BMX and Cosmic. Be sure to subscribe to their YouTube channels. And also, playing on the outro here, someone else who could really, really appreciate your subscription on YouTube, Mr. Water, with the Ultimate A Riders. Oh, sorry. Wow. I don't know how the English language works. Ultimate A Riders Republic edit.
There you go. And I just subscribed from our account too. So I think he's up to 21. He should have much more because he's been putting out several edits in this game. Yeah. And just getting better and better as always. So enjoy the rest of it as it plays out.
Yes. Yeah. And if you have a video clip, whatever, from Riders Republic or Skater XL, honestly, if it's cool content, we are going to watch it and feature the ones that we really, really do love. You can head over to our Nick and Mitch Discord server under the self promo channel, and you can submit your video links there. Thank you very much for joining us for episode 57 and the first of 2023. Episode 57 of our first 100 guaranteed episodes. We are officially on the other side of that mountain here. I still don't know how it feels. Special thank you goes out to our YouTube members, executive producers, Bone Crusher 2D, Coach 34, and Mama Bell, along with co-producers and Fans Plus.
And if you want to join them and become a member and help support us, and we usually use that to buy some awesome graphics and songs and everything else we use in the video, you can just hit join down below. It'll list all of the perks, but you do get early access to this show, a members only video, sneak peeks to other things, and much more. And if not, just subscribe because you'll get notifications every week when we post the Riders Report. And you'll also catch some of our cool videos, like when we post a music video out of thin air or we host one of our TFG competitions.
You know, video idea for this winter season on the East Coast here. We should both find some sort of snow park and get back up on the skis, get back up on the board, and try our darndest to film something. Did you see Yami posted in Off Topic over on Discord the other day trying to get a 360? He was so close to nailing it. That's what we need to be doing. We need to come up with like the most mediocre trick montage up on the mountain possible.
Let's do Seven Springs one day. Just hit all the terrain parks and hurt ourselves.
I love it. We will reach out to Tom Wallish to make sure that him and Brando Graham are there so they can spectate and commentate our runs. Thank you so much for joining us for I missed the end of our roll here. You can subscribe completely for free. Stay up to date on all of the content. Did you already read that?
I did that.
Sweet. We will see you in the same place, same time next week for episode 58 of the Riders Report. Until then, I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
And we'll see you on the slopes.